Good morning. Today we are working on digital portfolios, and I wanted you to kind of watch this video so that you can get a sense of how to start your digital portfolio. That way, if some of us are more familiar with it in the class, we can kind of move on to step 2. But this is basic for beginners on how to begin a digital portfolio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in my Google Drive, which hopefully that's where you are right now, and I'm going to click down here on my Creative Writing 1 folder. Then within that folder, I've got my digital portfolio folder where I'm going to put all my final drafts and where my digital portfolio will be. So once you're here, yours probably says that you don't have anything in it or you have a final draft in it. That's fine. I want you to start your portfolio. So the best way to do that is to go up to the left-hand corner here and click on New. Scroll down to where you see More, and then go down again to where you can click on Google Sites. Once you click on Google Sites, this is going to bring up a new tab in your window. And so the first thing I want you to do, you can see mine has already been titled, but I want you to click in the top left-hand corner, and I want you to title your site Creative Writing Digital Portfolio. So you'll see that all the changes are going to be saved in Drive. And if you were to go back to your digital portfolio in your Google Drive, you'll see that my site has now changed to Creative Writing Digital Portfolio. So I can access it whenever I need to edit it. On your digital portfolio, you can title it whatever you want. I want you to be cautious though, because this will be on the internet and out there for a bunch of people to see. So if you want to be a little more creative with the title as opposed to adding your last name, then I would say that that would be a good idea. So I might say just Nicole's Creative Writing. So I might do something cute like that and just say like Nicole's Creative Writing Corner. Or if you didn't want to add your name at all, you could just name it Butterflies in Flight or something like I like butterflies. And so maybe I wanted to name it that. Once you start typing, you might need to click on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the text box to drag and drop it so that it looks a little bit better on the page. I like all mine to visually be on one line as opposed to 2 lines for my home page. But if you want to change the image, you can always do that. You can change your header type and where it's placed on the page. But this is going to be your home page. So after that, I want you to go over to the right-hand side over here. And you'll see insert. You can do text box. You can insert things directly from your Drive, and you can even change the layout of your pages. You can add buttons and all these cool things that you can do. But first, I want you to go up here to Pages. And I want you to click on the plus sign so that we can insert a new page here in the lower corner there. And so the first page, I want it to be for our first unit, which is going to be Creative Nonfiction. So this is the first unit we've been working on. That's why we're doing a lot of things with stories and personal stories that are all honest and true. So now when you click on Done, you'll notice that you've got your home page, and you'll see up here that your Creative Nonfiction page is going to pop up as a button. Now, from your Creative Nonfiction page, I'm just going to stretch out the text box a little bit so that it'll all show up on one line, just because that's me. Okay. From your Creative Nonfiction page, you can see you've got your page under your home page. Now, you can add all of your stuff here. You can start inserting from your Google Drive, you can change the layout, and you can do it however you want because this is your portfolio. But personally, what I would do is I might create a different page for each assignment just so that it can be a little more organized, or I might create a page for my mini identities and for my second assignment, but maybe for my perspectives assignment, I might do its own page. But I'm just going to show you how to do that in case you don't want everything just on one page for all your units. So you'll see over here in the right-hand corner, I've got my 3 dots, and I'll click on those, and I'm going to add a subpage. So if I add a subpage, I might create one just for my mini identities. And then I'll click on Done. And you'll notice that it's under your creative fiction, your Creative Nonfiction page. So on Creative Nonfiction, I've got my page here, and then I've got My Many Identities, which is under it. So it doesn't add that button up there, but it does add the drop down for me to choose from which assignment I want to go to. And quickly, I'll show you if I want to insert My Many Identities, then I would go to Insert in my Drive. Then I'm going to find my final draft. So you only want to put your final draft on your digital portfolios. So I'm going to click on Creative Writing 1 folder. And right now I haven't moved my final draft there, but I will move it there now. Let's see, My Many Identities. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, and then I'll click Insert. And you'll notice that this is the format that I want you guys to use, and you'll see kind of how it's on here. So if I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, this is kind of the window to my Google Doc. So that means that when I publish my site, I'll be able to read and I'll be able to scroll within the published site, but right now I can't scroll, and that's okay.